What's up, everybody? It's your boy Blackbeard, and I'm here with another video. Today we have a tier list in the making. This is the tier list that, added Dragonite, and let's get to it. All right, guys, so this is the tier list. Let's get it started, and our first Pokemon is Venusaur. Venusaur, I'm putting A tier because the character is still a beast. The character is pretty much a tanky attacker type Pokemon. Heals himself, controls himself, hard to kill, very strong Pokemon. Is probably only weakness is early game, but after early game, mid-late game, he's a monster. So that is Venusaur. Next is Gengar. Gengar is horrid right now. I would say he's D tier. He's just way too squishy. Yes, he has a lot of burst potential, but because a lot of players know how to deal with Gengar right now, he's just not that much of a threat in this meta. And I don't know what they can do with Gengar, because I feel like he's probably maybe one buff away from being a little bit too broken, because his burst potential is very strong. He just also gets bursted down fairly easy as well. And once you get CC'd, slept, stunned, it's over for Gengar. Mr. Mime. Mr. Mime is an A tier. He's classified as a support character, but he's a tank. He's an A tier tank, does a lot of damage, farms very easily. He's a menace in lane, could take all your farm for free, does a lot of damage, can protect your teams with walls. He's just a very good Pokemon. You can't go wrong with Mr. Mime. He just has a decently high learning curve, but once you understand Mr. Mime, you're set. Next Pokemon is Snorlax. Snorlax, in my opinion, is still A tier. And guys, this is not in any order, so it's not like I'm going from front to back as which one is the best Pokemon. They're in A tier. All the Pokemons in A tier is just A tier. They're not in any specific order. So Snorlax, a very strong Pokemon right now. Apparently, he has a hidden ability that got implemented last patch or a couple patches ago that the game didn't tell anyone, but it's been confirmed that they did it on purpose. He can push people away from the goals, even if the enemy has score shield. You can still push them off the goal to stop them from scoring with block, which is very, very strong. And Snorlax, again, is another Pokemon that I just feel like he will always be in a good place because of block. Block is just one of the best defensive moves in the game, and that's just what it is. Now, Gardevoir. Gardevoir, I'm gonna put in B tier, and the only reason I'm gonna put Gardevoir is B tier. She's a very strong Pokemon. She's just weak early, and not only is she weak, she doesn't have any escape, but she's still good at the same time. It's just in this meta where you can easily get bursted down, your team has to pretty much protect the Gardevoir, and you can't protect her 100% of the time, which is why I'm putting her in B tier. Absol. Absol is good, but I would just have to put Absol in C tier. The character does do a lot of damage to you, but let's be honest, once the late game comes, he's not a threat. And this game is all about the late game. There's only probably like one or two Pokemons where they're strong early, but as the later through the match that it goes, they kind of become less and less more useful, but they're still good. And Absol is not one of those Pokemons. You could still use him. A lot of people don't know how to deal with him, and because of that, you can still climb the ranks, especially if you're trying to get to Masters. You could definitely get to the Masters with Absol. Garchomp. Garchomp, I'm putting in C tier. He's a lot better than what he was before, but he's still not good enough. But he's definitely a lot better than what he used to be All they did in the last patch was lowered all the levels of his moves and buffed some of his moves as well. I believe they buffed Earthquake. So because of the fact that he evolves one level less, he became a lot more useful. There's a strategy right now that involves Garchomp that sort of works, but I don't think it will work at a high level play. But if you're playing like, I guess, low elo, or you're trying to get yourself to masters, you could get yourself to masters with Garchomp. Honestly, you can get yourself to masters with any Pokemon in this game. Lucario, character is still S tier. They've done nerfed this character so much. The character is still a problem. There's nothing you can do. The character does everything. Yes, he's a little bit less strong. You can't use Pup anymore, for real. It's Lucario. What can you do about it? I would say this is probably the lowest. This is probably the lowest I've seen Lucario as a threat in the meta, but he's still S tier. Crustle is a C tier Pokemon. The character is just a hardcore troll pick. He's classified as a defender, but in my opinion, he's really like an all-arounder. It's Crustle. You really only use him if you're playing like a score accomplish type of meta, and you just give him Buddy Barrier and Score Shield, and you can't stop him from scoring. And he just runs around the map farming and scoring consistently, and that's Crustle. Greninja. In this meta right now, I will put Greninja in B tier. Greninja is still good. Greninja is still strong. It's just in this Dragonite meta, Greninja is just not it. Until maybe Dragonite gets nerfed and other things get changed, I would say the ADC position is not all that strong as of right now. But he's still useful. You can still use him in high level. It's just as long as Dragonite is what he is right now, Greninja is just not it. Talonflame I will put in A tier. Talonflame hurts. She will kill the back line for free and get away. Her Unite move is up literally like every minute, or every probably like 50 seconds, so that's less than a minute. She's just very strong, very agile, can escape, can go in and out, can take objectives very well. Talonflame is a monster, very good Pokemon. Yes, they nerfed her last patch, but she's still very good. I would definitely put Talonflame A tier. Charizard, I would put Charizard as B tier. Charizard is good, still needs some buffs, but it's good enough to be B tier. But if I had to like place him somewhere in B tier, he would definitely be like borderline C to B tier. But I'll give him B tier. He's still strong, can still kill the back line once he gets fed. My only issue with Charizard, and this has been my issue with Charizard since day one, is that Charizard is really only good if he has like a two level advantage against his opponents. If he's not 2 levels above his opponents, he just isn't it. And especially since Buddy Barrier is a thing, if Buddy Barrier wasn't in the game, Charizard would be, I would say, A tier if Buddy Barrier wasn't a thing. Zeraora, this character is banned in high level still because of his glitch. They actually fixed Zera's glitch. Zera right now, I would say Zera is B tier. Zera is still a strong pick. It's just right now in this Dragonite meta, Zera is just not the pick that you want to go with. Dragonite is just way too strong, and because of that, I don't think I could put Zera as a tier character. Definitely a good Pokemon if you're trying to get yourself to Masters. If you're trying to get yourself to Masters, Zera is a really good pick, especially if you learn Zera. Once you learn Zera, you'll easily get yourself to masters, no problem. Cinderace got buffed this patch, and because Cinderace got buffed last patch, I will put Cinderace A tier. His blaze kick right now is just crazy. His positioning is crazy. He hurts. He's an anti-tank. He kills tanks very, very fast. Cinderace is just a monster. What can you do? Buddy is just very, very it's a very strong pick. The only thing is he is also affected by the Dragonite meta. Because of Dragonite, you can't play Cinderace. Dragonite is just too good for you to just play Cinderace and not have a Dragonite in the jungle. You could try Dragonite lane but it just you're probably gonna lose first dread if the enemy team is running Dragonite in the jungle. ELDEGOSS S tier. ELDEGOSS is the best support in the game. I play support for my team at a pro level, and as of right now, I'm gonna use the quote with what Indy said. Indy, my boy, even he said, as of right now, all ELDEGOSS players are in LD jail. And the only reason why Indy Beer said that is because we can't pick any other support. We have to pick ELDEGOSS because ELDEGOSS is just so strong. So ELDEGOSS S tier support. She does everything. Yes, they nerfed the damage that ELDEGOSS does, but she's still useful. Gives your whole team a shield. Speeds up your whole team. Unite move is goated, one of the best unite moves in the game. Her unite move can turn the tides of battle if you use it correctly. So that's ELDEGOSS S tier. She's just S tier because of her supporting abilities. Cramorant, I'll put Cramorant B tier. Cramorant does a lot of damage, but they just nerfed Cramorant to the ground, and because they nerfed Cramorant to the ground, I just have to go put Cramorant as B tier. The character is still strong, will still destroy people. You can still get to master with Cramorant. It's just at a high level, and this is a high level tier list. Cramorant just isn't it. Unite move doesn't do enough damage for people to be scared of it anymore. And that's why I will put Cramorant as B tier. Blastoise right now, I will put Blastoise as B tier. I don't think he's C tier. Definitely not C tier. When I look at the other characters in C tier, no, he's definitely not C tier. I will put Blastoise as B tier. Blastoise isn't as good as when he first launched. He's not the greatest, and he's not the greatest, and he's not the best either. He's just an average tank. His Unite move still does a decent amount of damage. I just feel like because of the meta and because of the other tanks that's in the game, he's kind of in a place where he's kind of useless right now. His Unite move can be countered by Wiggly and Buddy Barrier. If you got Wiggly and Buddy Barrier, his Unite move, or even Full Heal, his Unite move is kind of useless. Remove Buddy Barrier out the game, I would say he would either go up in B tier or he will actually be A tier if you remove Buddy Barrier out the game. Pikachu right now is definitely A tier. Pikachu is A tier right now. Best early game character currently in the game. His early game is a monster. His laning is annoying to deal with. They gave him a lot of range, so he can just poke for free because of his range, because he outranges all the other range characters in the game. He does fall off towards late game, but he's still useful, and because of that, he's definitely A tier. Pikachu's a very strong pick. He has an AoE stun. His damage is crazy. Just a very annoying character. Pikachu is A tier. Ninetales. I'm gonna go away with Ninetales as C tier right now. Ninetales is just not it. Maybe B tier. Yeah, I'll give Ninetales B tier. she has a lot of CC, but she just doesn't do enough anymore. Her CC is crazy. It's just that she's dealing with an issue of being power crept, and what power crept is when you come out early in the early stages of a game, and all the new characters that come in kind of start slowly removing you out of the meta, and that's what's happened with Ninetales. Ninetales is just, she's a good, I guess she's a good range character. You can see the potential with her, but compared to all the other mages in the game, you have to pick the other mages in the game at a high level, and Ninetales just is not that. Wiggly is definitely A tier. They tried to nerf this character so many times. The most annoying thing about Wiggly is the Q-Charm passive. Her passive is possibly the most annoying. Her passive is the most annoying thing in the whole entire game. Is even more annoying than Sing. I can deal with Sing. I can't deal with that passive. That passive is just way too busted. And in my opinion, I even think they need to remove it from the game. But are they? Probably not. I know they classify Wiggly as a support. Wiggly is not a support. Wiggly is definitely a tank, which Wiggly is just a tank. Wiggly is definitely a tank. She withstands a lot of damage, has a supporty type of unite move, which she gives everybody a shield, and while they're shielded, you can't be CC'd or anything, which is a very good move. Wiggly is a monster, definitely top tier. Top 2 tanks. Probably the best tank in the game right now is maybe Mr. Mime. The best tank in the game right now is between Mr. Mime and Wiggly right now, currently, in my opinion. Slowbro right now is A tier. I will put Slowbro as A tier. Slowbro does a lot. I feel like he's been slept on for the whole duration of the meta or of this game's release, but people are finally seeing the reasons to pick Slowbro. He is a lot of people pick Slowbro because of this whole Dragonite meta. They use his unite move to basically gimp the Dragonite or make the game a 4v5 as fast as possible. His surf, once he hits level 11, is a 3-second stun pretty much, which gives your team a massive advantage and a lot of damage. He's super tanky, can consistently heal himself. Slowbro is a monster pick right now. I definitely recommend him in the meta. Machamp, B tier. Machamp, he's getting there. He's a very strong Pokemon. Very strong Pokemon. He's just not it. Machamp just isn't it. There's just way better. He does horrible in lane, so the only place you can put him in the jungle. And right now in this Dragonite meta, you can't put Machamp in the jungle. And I just feel like Machamp right now kind of doesn't really have any place. He doesn't really go anywhere. So that's Machamp. You could use him. He's a very fun Pokemon to use, but could definitely get you to Masters if you are a specialist of Machamp. But if you're trying to go to probably Worlds or anything like that, you cannot use this Pokemon. This Pokemon will not qualify you for Worlds at all. Next Pokemon, Blissey. Blissey, I will put B tier. Blissey is another support in the game. She's good. My issue with Blissey is that she has a single target heal. She can only heal one ally at a time. Another issue with Blissey is she's melee. I feel like if she was a ranged support like ELDEGOSS, she would definitely be A tier and probably more used. But the fact that she's melee kind of puts her in bad positions. She does farm really easily because of Helping Hand. Helping Hand, her basics does 1,000 damage a hit. So because it does 1,000 damage a hit, she hurts. She hurts more than people think, which is why a lot of people approach Blissey thinking that they're about to kill her and they end up not killing her. because of soft boiled as well. Soft boiled sort of makes her feel like she's tanky. She's not that tanky, but soft boiled definitely make her, because of all that sustain, and especially if you probably give her AP items along with the sustain, she is like a tanky-ish support compared to ELDEGOSS. So that's what's good about her. She just, I don't think ELDEGOSS needs to be changed. I mean, not ELDEGOSS, I'm sorry. I don't think Blissey needs to be changed. I just think that ELDEGOSS probably needs to be toned down a bit for Blissey to be even considered. Mamoswine. I will put Mamoswine A tier. Mamoswine is actually good. His only thing is, and I feel like that's the issue with all defenders, if he falls behind, he falls behind. But when if it's like an average playing field, or both teams are on equal standings during the match, or you're ahead, Mamoswine is a monster right now. Mamoswine is actually good. He's a very good pick. Definitely a very good pick. His early game is strong. Yeah, Mamoswine is good. Mamoswine is definitely good. I just feel like there's just a lot of other good tanks in the game, but Mamoswine is in a good place. Sylveon. Sylveon is still A tier. Sylveon hurts. It's just where the meta is right now. There's just better picks like Pikachu because of the range and the CC. Sylveon is still a very, very good mage. Sylveon is an amazing mage. I would still put her in A tier. She has a lot of mobility, has a lot of damage. She could actually defend well. She's good. Greedent. I will put Greedent B tier right now. There's only a few Greedents that's a threat. I would say two Greedent players that I would consider like a specialist Greedent player. Greedent is good. He's not bad. They just nerfed Greedent a lot, and that's it. It's Greedent. It's still a strong pick, not the greatest pick, but not the weakest pick either right now in the current meta. Decidueye. Decidueye is horrid. To me, this is the worst character in the game. This character is pretty much useless. They will have to buff the damage of Decidueye so they would have to buff the damage to Decidueye just a tremendous amount. And even then, he will never really be a threat because of the fact that he has no mobility. And we're in a game right now where there's too many characters in the game that can attack the back line for free, and you can't stop them from attacking the back line. Decidueye is this is the worst Pokemon in the game. I don't know any way that I don't know what the developers can do to bring Decidueye up in the tier list. Dragonite, best Pokemon in the game right now. We're literally in his meta. This Pokemon right now is just oppressive. The Pokemon is strong. The Pokemon does a lot of damage. Hyper Beam. When you get your Dragon Dance stacks up, he just does a lot. Like, the Pokemon is just crazy right now. Like, he could do max 2,400 damage to an objective. That's huge. That is huge. The fact that he does 2,400 damage to objectives, max. And the Pokemon is just very agile, can get away. He has a Unite move that's up. You use his Unite move close range and is up again in the next 20 to 25 seconds. Dragonite is just a monster. It's his meta right now. Everything in this game is reliant on Dragonite right now. In my opinion, Dragonite, the team that wins in high level is the team that has the better Dragonite, or the team that knows how to confirm with Dragonite the best. There you go, Dragonite. And last but not least, Tsareena. Tsareena is A tier, definitely. Tsareena, I would even borderline say she might be S tier, but I wouldn't yet put her above Lucario. It's just that Tsareena right now in this meta is a little bit better than Lucario, only because that of her Unite move, and she could pretty much attack Dragonite with her Unite move and help the team kind of kill Dragonite real quick, and the Dragonite isn't able to CC out of it. But yeah, she might actually be S tier. I would actually put Tsareena S tier. I changed my mind. I will put her S tier. She attacks the back line for free, very tanky. She has a high skill gap though. Like, you got to know what you're doing with her. Her sustain is crazy sustain. Like, I'm talking about crazy sustain. Hurts, does a lot of damage. Yeah, this character is definitely S tier. It's crazy we have 3 all-arounders as S tier right now. And that's Tsareena, guys. She's strong. She's a strong pick. She's an amazing pick. It just takes a while to go learn her. Best position is jungler with that character, and second best position is top lane. So that's it, guys. It's your boy Blackbeard, the Professor. I do stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 7 to 10 p.m. Central Time Zone on Twitch. So if you guys want to check me out, my Twitch will be in the description below. It's your boy Black, and I'm out. Peace.